Nah,
Yeah,
the
there we
best
go.
voice he had was in Sonic
Boop,
Heroes.
boop. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Gaming Unplugged podcast with Arthur as our host, Emmett as our guest, Adriest as another guest, and me as a guest.
What
We're
the
all
fuck?
guests.
We're all guests.
What are you trying to insinuate with
This
all
is
this?
a Roblox server.
My name is John Fortnite, actually.
Oh my god.
I created Fortnite.
Well, thank you, Ermin, for introducing.
Like doing your mom.
What's good, nerds? That's the right intro, you bitch.
Sup, B.
You asshole.
Fuck you, you cuphead worrying piece of shit.
Well, we have to think about the kids, man.
Fuck
we don't
the
wanna
kids.
we don't want to get demonetized on YouTube.
Don't, no!
Susan,
We have 7 subs.
Susan will fuck us up.
Hey. Okay, let's keep it down.
No.
Let's keep it down, or else the audio will.
Or else Susan
screw
will
up.
come after our heads.
Yeah, we don't want that. We don't want Susan would just
we
keep coming.
want to be sponsored by
Susan
Pepsi.
Tesco.
And that one
Hey,
emote where they gave a can to a
can you
police.
log on to 2games.com for me?
Like, jeez, man. I heard
lecture.
Fallout 76 is
The
going
lecture.
free.
Yup, that's their topic today. Fallout 76, baby. Now, there's only one person in this room that has played Fallout 76, and that
it's
is
not me.
you, Ermin.
Yes.
Why don't you,
Fallout 76. I actually didn't pay for it. My father did, and he hated it so much that he gave it to me. He didn't even use the in-game code that gave him a free outfit. He just let me have it. Now, the problem with the game is it's fucking boring.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get straight to it. It is boring. It is slow. I literally loaded in yesterday. My thing didn't spawn, and it took me 2 minutes to actually start playing. And I already loaded into the server.
okay.
It froze on me the moment I loaded in, and then I had to take another 2 minutes to load back.
Tell me if I'm wrong. So Fallout is sort of like an apocalyptic game where you're the guy, and
You're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Most games take place as you, the sole, or either the sole survivor, or you're going to go get something for the rest of the vault, as in 1 and 2, I believe.
So basically
yeah,
making
but
a
in this
living
game,
out
it's
of-
no longer about that. It's more
And
about
it's that
getting
you
bread,
and you other.
like time.
Wait, Ermin, did you know that there was such thing
Hey,
as a
we
level?
record boop, boop, boop. Okay, we're good.
So that was a bit of an audio cut there, ladies and gentlemen. So our
Because Pro
apologies.
Tools sucks. I'm just kidding. Pro Tools is okay.
No, it sucks.
I have Blender.
Blender doesn't record audio.
I know,
Anyways,
but you can make
um,
hentai.
okay, well we're not
Emmett.
we're not gonna do that. We're not doing that with Blender. Anyways, based on your experience with Fallout 76, like everyone talks about like, oh, the game is so glitchy. Oh, I lost my save file. Oh, someone else has my save file. Oh, a nuke crashed the server. What in your experience has been like the most game-breaking glitch you've experienced?
Most game-breaking glitch. Actually, I haven't. I was the lucky ones who didn't get to really experience game-breaking glitches.
Oh.
Well, I played the Family Guy video game on Xbox 360.
What?
So,
But-
yeah.
and that
Halo
game
or
was-
Simon Fallout.
And that game was more stable than Fallout 76.
Well, to be fair, it doesn't have online multiplayer, only local. But still, yeah.
Fallout 76.
I mean, I experienced his glitches in Fallout 76, and I think there was one where the enemies, like, all just decided to spawn on me instead of spawning in their correlated, like, locations.
Whoa,
So that was nice.
that sounds like a gangbang.
It was a gangbang. I mean,
No.
feral ghouls are annoying when there's, like, 9 of them just killing you at
Don't you
once.
usually hate it when glitches like that always find a way instead of spawning in their natural area?
Pretty much.
Oh. Sorry.
No, just like get a bit closer.
Emmett, move the chair that way.
Don't you usually hate it when people start, when you see glitches that have to do with enemies spawning and not in their side of
I mean,
order, but always somewhere else?
enemy spawn glitches have always been a thing, but it's like with Fallout 76, apparently there's a quest where it's like to kill these enemies, but they're the rarest spawn in the game, and someone managed to just get 10 like in a row one day.
Wait, so there's like...
It's inconsistency.
Wait, so do they not spawn depending on location? Do they spawn
They
based on
do
chance?
and they don't. I mean, like let's say this area has like mainly behemoths and some other enemies, but like let's say super mutants can walk there.
Oh.
Wow, Todd Howard really must have rushed this one out of the door.
Obviously, like if
He
they're having a
focuses too much on Skyrim ports, guys.
if they're having a beta test and like 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 test like server tests a month before the game comes out, then there's obviously a concern there.
So it only had a month of testing.
Only had a real month of testing.
1 month.
A
That's
month.
not enough.
Yeah,
It
that.
doesn't really feel.
I mean, I
like
think
that.
they
Or
had
doesn't
more
really
like
feel
minor tests, but like nothing actually truly big.
Even like
And like even installing the beta was apparently like I mean I installed it. It was like 50 gigs on my Xbox,
The biggest.
Jesus.
And
which
I
is
thought
the
Sonic
same,
06
which is the
was
size
bad.
of the game.
See, it's
Or
like
was worse. Sorry.
it's like the thing about like beta testing is that like
It's meant
it's really important.
yeah.
It's like even Rise of Lyric had like quality assurance.
It's the best part of the game, basically.
And, like, as much as people
it makes it a lot better, so you know what bugs are in there, and sometimes you
As
can't
much
even fix
as
them.
as
and
much
then
as
the devs can fix it.
as
Yeah.
much as people hate it, delaying a game is better than selling something incomplete.
Who,
Yeah, that's
who
what
wants
Sonic
who wants a buggy
suffers.
game where
Would you
everything
rather
just
would you
gone
rather
shit?
have to wait like another 20 minutes to get like your food, or would you rather have your food on like half cooked?
Yeah,
That-
I
that's-
would,
let
like,
it, I'd
wait
rather let
21
it stay for
minutes.
minutes.
Honestly,
Even
it's
even
like,
even if I'm hungry as fuck, I'd rather.
It's-
Like that.
exactly.
when I think of like rushed games, like a lot of people say Sonic 06 or like even Sonic Adventure. I think of Devil May Cry 2.
We haven't- I
That
haven't
game.
played that one yet.
Okay, so that game, the story about that, they didn't tell the creator of Devil May Cry that they were making it, and so like Kamiya had no idea they were even like working on it.
He
So
was kind of leaving too.
yeah,
mean,
he had
some-
nothing to do with the production,
I mean,
and
oh, yeah, so-
eventually they got to a point where the game was so unfinished and so close to its release date that they brought in Hideaki Itsuno, who is now the director of DMC 3, 4, and the upcoming 5. He's like, okay, we'll fix this to the best of our ability, and then
You're
so they had so the game, and what's impressive is that the game isn't buggy, right?
It's not.
Like it's
Weird.
functional, but it's one of those things where like a functional game isn't always a fun game, you know?
Yeah.
It turned out really bad. They had a really shitty moveset. They had a motorcycle like weapon in development, and Itsuno was like, okay, well this is not done. So let's scrap this for now, and then they brought it back in DMC5, which is
They-
interesting.
I mean, it's funny how people usually scrap their little ideas and put it in a game, thinking that it'd be a good idea.
It reminds me that
What the-
Capcom
It would work, it would
rushed
work.
a lot of their games. You know,
Like
they rushed
Dead Rising
Mega
You
You know
Man
what is
6.
you know what's a good like a good series
like
of
Dead
games
Rising
that were
4.
actually rushed? The original Tomb Raider games.
Oh yeah, right.
The original Tomb Raider games were highly rushed because they were yearly series, and like one of the last ones, I think it was like Renegade Angels or something like that. That was the most like worst and rushed one. Like that was just pushed out the door ASAP because like they were just trying to get everything together.
Did you think
And
the
yet-
polygonal one, like the first one, was still in development, or did it actually work well?
I think it worked okay.
But and yet Tomb Raider is one of the most like iconic PlayStation franchises. Why?
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's a difference between like having the first couple games being okay, but like if you're pushing it like throughout the roof of just needing to get more and more and more and more out there, then it's like you're gonna fuck up your series.
Exactly. It's like people usually think, hey, we want this game now, but they like the game, but then they think, hey, why not make another one except more cooler? But that makes it a lot more worse as well, and they're forgetting that the first one is better than the second one, but also they missed a few parts in most of them.
Well, yeah, because like when you make a sequel, you ideally want to keep the basis of the game there, but add cool new things.
Yeah, but
Pretty
they're
much.
blind. But usually they're blind to the fact that it's still a bad game, or they're not blind, but just
A bit more of a drift.
Well, the
from,
thing is, like,
You. Alright.
a bit more of a drift from Fallout 76 with what you just said of like you want to keep what the old game had but add new cool new things. You know what one company has a problem with that?
Bethesda.
Nintendo.
Really?
Ever noticed how like every new Nintendo game always has to add a new feature?
I mean, that's
Yeah.
usually
That's
the
literally
download.
that's literally what they push to keep games. That's what they haven't made a new F-Zero.
Oh yeah.
Because I was reading like I was
Yeah, that
reading
is
and
why they
watching.
haven't made a new.
I was reading and
F-Zero.
watching into this because
like they could have.
and like they said like they don't know how to make a new one because whenever they make a game they have to feel like they have to add something new.
Yeah, like I understand the philosophy, and it's especially frustrating with F-Zero because like there's really not much you can expand upon there.
Pretty much.
That's also a problem with a lot of Capcom games.
Yeah,
actually,
and Mega
with,
Man
like, Mega Man.
6. Mega Man 6 is the worst offender. it's considered by a lot to be the worst game, even worse than X7, because with X7 it's boring and functional. X6 it's glitchy, and it's unfair. It makes you frustrated.
Why is it that most of the series is all like when they take it to another level? Why is it that they always make their games a bit more? They look fun, but it's usually
because they
glitchy
just
a lot.
I mean like because it's like the idea of like they're not gonna want it if it's just the same thing as the last one, because there are games like that where it's like what's a good example of this? Pokemon.
Okay.
Yeah,
Pokemon's a great example.
Yeah,
Like the only, like, let's say from Gen 1 to Gen 2, they only added like a couple new things: eggs, breeding, gender, new Pokemon, but that's really it. But like, if you notice, they have to steadily continuing powdering more things onto it
Yeah.
from
Somewhat
generation
like
to
a game.
generation, along with already like the new platter they're giving us.
So
It's-
something like Sonic, except a lot different.
Kinda.
from that.
Yeah.
Kind of because there are games where it's like they'll complain if it's like, oh, it's just the same as the last one with different stuff.
You know what I
Well, it's like I think with Pokemon, it's kind of getting sort of better with that. I mean, certainly not with Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, but
No.
with Sun and Moon,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
actually did like the
It's-
more story-focused angle it took.
well, Black and White was extremely. I heard was
Oh,
extremely.
Black 2 and
story
White 2
driven.
is probably my favorite Pokemon games actually.
They weren't the best selling, and it could, with being more story driven, it kind of sacrificed what people thought Pokemon was, which is a series where you interact with other players with their Pokemon. But then again, you can look at Black and White as an evolution because by adding that epic story, something that a lot of kids games these days lack. People will get mad. Like with Sonic, I believe that the storytelling tone they went with in the Dark Age should have been balanced. Like
Which
they
Dark
should
Age?
do a dark and a lighthearted game,
Wait, what? Oh, never mind.
so that they don't not upset fans, but so that they don't get stale. Like, yeah, it's interesting to have a dark setting, but you can also have this lighthearted one, which leads into the modern area where it's mostly lighthearted games.
No, that game was good. That game
But the game's writing is meant to be
Unleashed was good.
extremely kiddie. Unleashed is an example of a really good lighthearted game.
Unleashed has a very good story.
It's very lighthearted, but you can take it serious when it requires you to. Unlike Sonic Colors, where the plot was good and the writing brings it down, and it continues with game onwards. I know you're gonna say that Generations had good writing, but
Wait, I did.
in my opinion,
It didn't.
just because
it did not have good writing.
it was just
Um,
characters expositing. They never acted like their true
No,
characters
just wait for it.
that we knew the characters as.
I would say like
Bounce
something
pad.
I would say. I would say something like that, but usually, like how you said, Sonic's days of being a good iconic character have actually gone through the roof. When I say through the roof, I mean popularity. But think of this as a roller coaster. Okay, you see like a bunch of good Sonic games. Sonic game, and then back down with Sonic 06.
You're standing
Back-
up. You're
yeah.
standing up.
Yeah, like back up, and then all of a sudden Sonic Forces, bad plot, bad character, and sometimes bad writing, and then all the way back down, and then straight towards a
Well,
rock.
see, the thing is, I think Sonic Forces is just bad all around.
Yeah,
I don't
like,
think it's
we
good
can
in
take
any
this-
sense of the word.
Like,
We can take
you
this
make-
discussion on
you can
story
make
and,
people assume
whack
that
it in
because-
76's face.
Alright,
because-
what is-
Wait, hold
alright.
on. What is 76's story? Tell us.
So 76's story okay, so I'm going to talk about this
What's the
cuz
story of Dead
Yeah, go-
76's
ahead.
story. You play as like you
bunch
no
of
you
random
don't play as anything. You just you walk out of a vault and then you're like
You're told you're special.
and no,
I heard
okay,
you're
and then
told you're
like
special.
and then you want to go follow like what the overseer did cuz the overseer also left. But it's poor in how they execute this story.
Really?
Because you don't meet any AI in the game. They've discussed this.
Right,
so you don't want to know how they do it?
How do they do it?
Audio tapes.
Are you fucking serious?
Audio tapes,
That's
little
lazy.
holotapes. So they have you go to do
able
these
to be
different
popular.
missions,
Is that
and
what-
every mission like it gives you another audio tape, and like it lets you do these other things with the audio tape.
Damar, is it recording?
That's, like,
I mean, it could have been funnier.
that's insulting to Fallout fans.
Damar,
I mean, we could
Is
have
it
gone
recording?
a wild with voiceovers from the
cool.
Ocarina
Okay.
of Time.
Yeah, like
But it's just lazy. It's
that's
like,
insulting
that's
to
like
Fallout
that's
fans.
just that's
they
just
could do it another way. Like I know they can, even if they have to
Fallout
add like
at Freddy's.
It,
Animatronics.
no,
take-
Buster. I'm gonna have to kick
Like
your ass.
why was there? The premise of the game was you are in a group of people are special and you have to rebuild the world.
Pretty much.
Why does this exist? Because, like, I don't get.
soon to
There's
I-
also kind of some different disappointing moments because, like, you know, in one of the trailers it showed that big drill that had a saw on it.
Yeah.
There's actually a mission where you get to interact with it. And me
Wait,
and my buddy,
hold on.
Drill.
Why is there a saw in a
because
drill?
West Virginia's a mining area.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, they play a lot of Minecraft.
Oh
They
wait,
teach
it
you-
actually takes place in West Virginia?
Yes,
Oh my god.
They wasted West Virginia. They wasted it.
they wasted West
That's
Virginia.
amazing. Holy shit.
But,
I thought
Todd
it was just a
Howard
song.
disappointed.
Holy crap.
Todd Howard disappointed us way too hard with this.
But
one.
Bruno, can you play Country Roads over this? Just no wait. Actually play a royalty-free version of play Country Roads MIDI.
Minecraft parody.
Play Dante's
Minecraft
theme.
parody. Play
No.
the Country
Play-
Roads
play
Minecraft.
in-
okay, but so that one, like, there are also some disappointing like side quests, like the one with the giant drill.
Yeah.
Drill.
So you get to interact with it, and it actually starts drilling into the ground.
Oh.
This doesn't affect shit.
Oh.
It doesn't do
Whoa.
anything. Like, it drills into the ground, and then, like, a scorch beast, which is like a giant mutated bat.
So like most things.
She's actually playing it.
And which is like a giant mutated bat,
Hope UMG doesn't copy
Thank
strike
you.
us.
Thank you.
which is a giant mutated bat. And then, like, you fight it for an amount of time until, like, the drill stops running. When me and my buddy played this, it ran away.
So most things you
What
have
a
to react.
cow-
The beast ran away
What a
to
pussy.
another group of players across the map, and we're like,
What is
are
this,
you
Monster
kidding me?
Hunter? What is this, Monster Hunter?
Yes.
That happens so much, and like we were just like, are you?
What the fuck is
So it's
wrong
like-
with them?
And like so even like
What are they
limited
trying to
events where
make?
like
Monster
kill
Hunter,
this
but in a
scorched beast, this
post-apocalyptic
giant
world
mutated
in
enemy.
West Virginia?
Even that's
Oh,
buggy
and I
because
think
they
that's
fucking
the movie.
like even that's buggy because they just fucking run away. Like that's happened to me multiple occasions when playing this game.
That is
Well,
really
Ermin,
weird.
Ermin, what were the developers trying to make? A Monster Hunter game?
It does seem like a Monster Hunter game.
Yeah, because
There are a lot of
why
monsters
do
and
that?
new
Runs,
enemies which are
you try
nice,
that.
but like it's
it just instead looks like it could be a scene. That gameplay segment probably doesn't look like a gameplay segment from actual Monster Hunter. Probably it looks like a scene from the upcoming Monster Hunter movie, directed by the Resident Evil movie guy.
Oh my god.
Who
Wait,
Fallout-
Fallout 76 is
Most
like
of the
the
Resident
equivalent
Evil-
of biting into a steak, but it's made out of Nintendo Labo cardboard.
Didn't most of the
At least
Resident
And you
Nintendo
bite
Labo's
into your
kinda
Joy-Con
fun.
as
You
well.
can- At least with Nintendo Labo, you can
and
get
the
some
shitty
enjoyment
Joy-Con taste.
with
Yeah.
at
You get
least
some weird
with
chemicals.
Hold on. At least with Nintendo Labo, you can get some enjoyment with sort of flexing on haters that you got
No.
buy expensive cardboard.
No, Nintendo Labo is like actually good.
Yeah, it's also fun, but you can just like if you're
That's a
really
debate.
rich-
Would
It's
you
also
rather play
great.
Nintendo Labo or Fallout 76?
I'd rather play.
What's the difference?
What are you talking about?
okay,
The
okay.
difference
No.
is Fallout 76 is a glitchy
Hey.
mess, and Nintendo Labo is
around
surprisingly
creativity.
polished.
It's based around creativity, basically,
Yeah.
for Labo. Not
Yeah,
real.
yeah.
Well,
not
okay,
Fallout.
but Jesus Christ.
This game has to be this.
Like,
this episode has to be
But-
Labo.
I'm insulted, man. They wasted West Virginia. Like
How do parts of of planet Earth like work in Fallout 76? Like, okay, 76 takes place in West Virginia, but
It's
what
also
about the other
really,
places?
it's also like farther past the main story, so not everything is like like tied yet to nuclear radiation.
You know,
Oh,
So it's still nature and shit like that. It's not like Fallout 4 with what my experience in Fallout New Vegas where it's all kind of dirty and demented. There's like nice, like Fallout 76. It's pretty in its own right. It's
it has Fallout.
I mean like the
76
the
had-
areas they built is nice. It's just that there's nothing in them and nothing to do.
Fallout 76 had
Most games usually do
potential.
that. They give us most games usually do that a lot. They give us a nice area, except
And they give us a nice trailer to look at, and then
It's just
and then what
glitchy
we
as
get is
fuck.
the first Watch Dogs.
Yeah. Alright. But I'm gonna. This may sound controversial, but this type of gameplay style for a Fallout game could have had potential to work.
oh yeah, sure.
I know,
It didn't need one strict setting. It could have had like multiple settings.
And there's obviously DLC planned because there's like multiple vaults
Of
in
course,
the game.
Todd Howard would do DLC.
No, there's multiple
has
vaults in the game that you can't access, but it teases to you that
Oh,
it's
wait.
accessible, and it's like, so there's more vaults that we can explore, but we can't explore them without DLC. So obviously they're making DLC, but that's not gonna come on until fuck ton later
They
because
probably might make the DLC
because they
into
decided to like
into
let's
Fortnite.
mess up our game.
They probably might make the DLC into Fortnite seasons now that they're going to a free-to-play mode.
Oh yeah, you wanna talk a bit about that? How it's going free to play? Because you're really pissed about that.
The fact that it's going, it's like when I fucking bought Battleborn. I bought Battleborn. I have to come out and say it. I bought Battleborn because I thought it was fun, and it was
dude,
fun.
listen, we don't. It doesn't matter. As
No,
long
no,
you're
no,
being
no.
honest.
This
okay?
is to the
You're being
audience.
honest.
This is to the audience.
Okay,
I
yeah,
am the
to our
man.
7 subscribers.
I am the man who bought Battleborn and got the tiny little figurine because I loved it that much.
Is Battleborn like? I know nothing about Battleborn. Is it bad?
It's imagine Overwatch, but it has like a Helix like DNA system of abilities that you get in the game, like as you're playing, and like it resets every time you start a game. So it pretty much just has you performing. It has to have you perform. It's weird.
I don't like that. I don't like skill trees in general in video games.
Yes,
Like
but how the
Smash
skill tree works, it activates
Oh, yeah, we
in
did.
battle
Smash
as you're
Ultimate
fighting.
did have a skill tree. I forgot.
Which is why I didn't use it at all. I did not use the skill tree at all.
I
I
don't
just
know.
did it
There's
'cause
like
it
a
was
skill
funny.
tree that can increase the
I
charging
mean,
speed of your
for the
final
skill tree,
smash
I was
meter.
able to get a double final smash. So
Yeah, see, but that shit is that is too OP. I don't use that at all.
I just want the skill that like has my like thing lasting long, like because I have Petey Piranha as a spirit.
I thought you said Pewdie.
Pewdie Piranha.
Pewdie.
So I have Petey Piranha as a spirit, and if you enhance the little like white piranha plant,
Yeah.
you get it, and it makes you giant for a limited amount of time.
Giant double.
And that just wins you
Oh
every
no, the
match.
white
huh?
piranha plant from
Expand.
Get side
no, the
side
white
again.
piranha plant from Super Mario World, I believe.
But okay, we're getting off topic. So
So the fact that it's going like, but like Fallout 76 is the same thing really with like how I see Battleborn's launch. It was outbeat by other games. It
Overwatch.
was
because that really was the
It-
main
it-
thing that
it
killed
got
it.
released.
It was outbeat by other games.
It got
It
released
was
a week before
not that
Overwatch.
fun, and it was just too incompetent in itself.
It's Gearbox, man.
Gearbox did
But what
Borderlands
is
well.
Gearbox
Is
did
Gearbox-
Gearbox did
and
Borderlands.
It's good.
Okay, thanks.
And Borderlands series was good, but they also did Duke Nukem 3D. Oh no, Duke Nukem Forever.
Friendly reminder that we're getting Borderlands 2 VR instead of Borderlands 3
Are you
They-
serious?
they-
Yeah.
voice
they
acting
have a
does
te-
big.
they have a
Borderlands
tech
2,
demo
but-
kit.
VR.
They have a tech
But
demo
that's off
kit
topic.
for
But like
Borderlands
with
3.
Battleborn and Fallout 76, that's like honestly their similarities. They were incompetent in their own thing. They were poor in like how they were honestly made to play, and they were just not fun. For
But the thing
consumer.
is, this time,
But the thing is, Battleborn actually gave people stuff and a lot of stuff.
no, but I think the real problem is that like Fallout 76 has nothing to compete against, and I think that's gonna be his like biggest downfall
That's
because once something like Fallout 76 is actually good and does come out, like
Which will come out because the original
will.
creators of Fallout 7, like
All games
Fallout
they
1
are
and
making
2
a
and
new-
New Vegas
they are making a
are
new
making
game.
their own game.
Yeah,
So it's like-
once that comes out, Fallout 76 is going to be completely forgotten, like Battleborn.
Which literally just like that advertisement was like Bethesda, fuck you.
Bethesda.
Yeah, fuck you.
Honestly,
for
you
our
could say
franchise.
It's what's it called? The Outer Worlds.
I think
Yeah,
so.
That game
Something
looks.
like that.
That actually looks really
it's
interesting.
not
I've-
going to be open world like the Fallout games,
But it still looks fun.
It looks fun. It
Oh,
looks
yeah.
extremely fun.
I haven't actually played Fallout, but this game is definitely something that really interests
Also,
me.
Arthur, you could have gotten Super Meat Boy early on Epic Game Store because it was free.
Yeah.
Okay,
but
well,
it's
why are we
no,
pointing this
not
out?
free.
I didn't want Super Meat Boy, so you know.
I mean, who
why?
wants a
Who doesn't
typical-
want to play as their meat?
There's nothing wrong with playing Super Meat Boy. I just didn't
It's
want
just that
Super
if you
Meat
enjoy
Boy.
playing Super Meat Boy, like unironically, that's like you're a masochist like me.
I mean, there
I
are a
just,
bunch of
I
other
just have,
platformers.
I just have too many games to play.
There are a bunch of
Me
other
too.
platformers besides me.
That and also-
But that's off
Some that
topic.
are cool.
Yeah, this like I still
Yeah.
have like 6 Kingdom Hearts games to play in a
Oh
row.
yeah, you do have 6 Kingdom
I
Hearts.
mean, you can just skip
Oh yeah,
Bird because I sleep or something.
you can
I'm not
skip
skipping
coded,
anything.
Arthur. You
Okay,
can
then.
skip coded. You can skip coded.
Also, Fallout
it
Coded
76.
means
was.
literally nothing except for the end. Look up the end on YouTube.
I don't care. I'm playing coded.
Dude,
Also-
you don't want to.
Okay,
Nothing
okay,
interesting
okay.
happens.
That's cool, but we're
And
getting
Also,
off topic.
also Fallout 76. It's again, it's like eating a cardboard steak. It's like, okay, well,
cardboard
I was
steak.
promised this nice, juicy, medium rare steak, and I was given this piece of cardboard box. Thank
You know what else? Bethesda's been like doing, and Bethesda didn't do this like once. You know, like oh, it's just Fallout 76. They did this 3 times. They did this by
Communism?
switching the specific material type bags that were given to people who pre-ordered the game, and you know what they got? Nylon bags.
They got a nylon.
They got nylon bags.
They got nylon
They got-
bags.
And okay,
the same
okay,
thing happened
okay,
with-
okay,
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 okay, okay.
I want to
Go
explain
ahead.
the products
Go
because
ahead.
I've been researching and I've been
Yeah.
watching
Yeah,
shit on
Dark
it.
Nuka Rum. Dark Nuka
Dark
Rum.
Nu-
Talk
okay,
about that
so
one.
so I'm gonna continue the canvas bag one because they actually they are giving the canvas bags, but it's gonna take 6 to 8 months, and everyone who gave the information to Bethesda, it got leaked on the internet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I heard about that.
They double.
They
oopsie.
double whammied and fucking nay-nayed everyone. Now, the Nuka Dark Rum. The bottle, you know, it was originally planned to be, not even actually originally planned. I think on the website, it's a nice bottle. It's
You
a
know-
nice classic bottle.
You know,
Now,
guys, like,
people
podcast would be
people
more
bought
convenient
it
if you did on
for the bottle.
Discord.
Because collectors...
Can you check the stream, see if it's recording? Okay, good. Go on.
Okay, so there are collectors who will collect nice bottles for, you know,
Yeah.
beer and rum.
It was advertised to be a glass bottle, but
Budget
when-
cuts.
Yeah, but when-
It was
when
budget
they-
cuts. It's
when they
always
sit
budget
down-
cuts with them, dude.
It was plastic covering plastic.
It was actually a plastic encasing that would go over the bottle, and apparently even if you just wanted to pour it with the casing still on, it would pour it inside the casing because it was so poorly made.
Also, I heard the rum was pretty bad. The rum was
Actually,
shitty.
that's more of a your own taste kind of thing.
No. I heard.
But
that
like
bunch of
there's some people who like it. There's some people who don't. The majority is that they don't like strong coconut pineapple rum.
pineapple
Yeah.
cum.
Rum.
No, rum.
No.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
But
No,
you know,
Aaron.
let's
I'm not a big
just
fan of,
let's just say
coconut
that,
No,
or
no, no.
pineapple.
let's just to say that Fallout 76 and most of the products that's been announced released, it's one big budget cut.
Y'all Negroes want some cookies?
Yes.
We
Yeah.
do not.
Sure,
I
why not?
I don't
I
want
want
some
one.
cookies.
I want some cookies.
Damari, want to say something?
Yes.
Just kind of poke your head in.
Darkness will arise. You're
Is
welcome.
that a Kingdom Hearts reference?
No, fuck Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
But the third one.
Fucking hard.
Okay then.
Okay. Well,
The third one's
Wait, hold on.
Okay,
I want to
okay.
talk about another blunder that Fallout 76 did.
Another
They
one?
did a promotion with, like, Ninja.
Oh yeah,
wait, hold on. I haven't
I
heard of this.
before the game launched.
Keep it down. Keep it down.
Before the game
Keep it
launched.
down. We
there
don't want
was,
the audio to break.
Before the game launched, there was a live stream advertised with Logic the rapper, Ninja,
Oh my god.
and Rick and Morty.
So you're saying the world's greatest crossover of all time?
Better than Infinity War.
Okay then.
It was atrocious because none of them really talked to each other
Well-
except for Rick and Morty, which
Yeah,
they just
Justin
talked to
Roy-
themselves.
Justin Roiland tried to make this entertaining.
He tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it didn't really matter.
Oh my god. Is there any?
Any other scandals with
We're
Fallout 76?
about to close up. So
Okay,
Oh,
the final
is there
thing. The
anything
final
else?
thing is if you don't know, the game has the Atomic Shop, which is their pay for cosmetics.
Oh.
They have one
Also,
of those.
with the nylon bag thing, at first they just gave them 500 atoms to gift cosmetics, which isn't even enough to get the actual canvas bag in the store. And there was a bundle, like promotion that was like
Mine-
2,900 atoms, which is like $25, with emotes that had like, because like
Emotes
how
were
emotes work,
emotes.
it has a little sticker that's animated above you, and you do the action. So let's say if the thumbs up, it goes like that, yeah, and then but there were Christmas versions, but the sticker was changed and not actually the emote themselves. So it was a little Christmas Vault Boy, but you're still doing the same fucking emote. That was sold. The cosmetics are overpriced. I have never put in money to the Atom Shop.
Good.
So, yep.
Good. I
I
never
love
put
how
in money
they
to
make
any
more.
game.
You know
Unless
those
you're
little
buying
nuclear
it
videos
in
where
the
they just
game.
those little black and white nuclear videos they show,
Mm-hmm.
usually about that. They have a little mascot at the end.
The nukes
that's
are currently
Vault Boy.
disabled because they are glitched and bugged right now.
Wait, they actually disabled a
Nukes.
main function of the game because it doesn't work?
I believe so.
Wow.
I mean, it does work.
Fallout 76, man. What? Yo, is that
What
Astro
a
Boy?
train wreck.
Looking up Astro Boy.
It's
I
Vault Boy.
heard it's.
Astro Boy is just Vault Boy.
I heard Astro Boy was
Astro
getting
Boy is
rebooted,
just
but
Japanese
then I
for what
think
the hell?
they
Did
canceled
you
it.
know in the animated? Did you know in the animated series he was hit by a car instead of him being destroyed by a robot in the movie?
Oh,
yeah, no, but who
Okay,
cares
well,
about the movie?
No, I liked the movie.
It was
It was
okay. Nothing beats the actual watching actual Astro Boy. I mean, have you guys heard of Pluto? It was a manga series that was it was a manga series based on one of the
Okay,
arcs.
we're getting a bit off.
Oh yeah, we are. I'm gonna talk to you
Astro
guys
Boy,
about this. Honestly.
Astro
Because
Boy and
I
Fallout 76,
heard
guys.
Pluto was really good. It was a mature retelling of an Astro Boy arc
Wait,
called The World's Greatest Robot.
Oh my god.
And
Okay.
it was played as a murder mystery. It's getting an
You
anime
can-
adaptation that's coming out
We
in
can discuss
2020.
Astro Boy in
Yeah,
the
we
next
can
episode.
discuss this later. Anyway, boy, that Fallout 76 seems like a mess, huh?
It's a wreck, right? Yeah,
It's
a wreck.
it's a huge
madness.
doozy.
It's,
Well,
it's the
I mean,
train
really-
wreck from.
Do you think
uh,
Bethesda
say-
will ever recover from this?
I guess you could say the game is
At
well,
the-
living up to.
I don't know.
I
if they
guess-
can- dude,
they-
if they're
Wait,
if
it's
items
50-50.
if items from in game are being sold on eBay somehow, because people know how to duplicate items. I forgot to touch on that. No, this game's gonna die.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna
I
be
guess
just like
you
the
could-
video
you
game itself.
know-
I
Come
guess-
on,
I
let's go.
at this point, like, I don't know if they can return that. Because
I-
like,
Hey,
if games are being sold, and like if items from in game that can one shot players are being sold on eBay,
eBay.
and they just
the world's
you
most dangerous.
you buy it and then they trade it to you.
All right.
If
I-
that's happening, then at this point, I don't know how the fuck they can do
I
it.
guess Fallout really is a Fallout.
It's a nuclear
Alright.
devastation.
All right. For me, it's 50-50 with me, to be honest. I mean, if we're talking about like
Come on, that was
Bethesda's
funny.
Game studios, yeah, I lost all hope for
That's a real
that. I lost all hope for
Bethesda's
Todd
games
Howard.
like-
I'm sorry, man, but you can no
But
longer
hey,
watch Nuke. With
we're still
everything.
doing we're still getting Elder Scrolls
Oh,
6.
that's nice.
Yeah, people will probably still buy that
That's
one.
rad.
But
That's rad.
I'm not so sure. They're probably gonna still use the same engine they've always been using. But on the other hand, they have other game studios like id Software who made that fantastic Doom reboot,
They
It-
did.
and they're
make the
making
Doom
an
reboot,
even
yes.
better sequel that because like you know how
Doom.
yeah, you know how Doom classic got Doom Eternal is essentially if you're the type of people who do something like you're too pussy to play Doom Eternal. Let's be honest.
I am censoring that out. I don't think we're gonna comment on.
You're allowed to.
Hey, we have a small audience. We can do whatever
like
we
a
want. We can be
Splatterhouse.
edgy.
Yes,
as
but
hell.
like this is like old tweets. They're gonna dig it back up when we get popular.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know how
oh.
Splatterhouse was also
It's
made.
completely fine to talk about those types of topics.
Okay,
They had
well,
it
whatever.
coming.
We're okay. Whatever.
I stole that joke from a YouTuber
Just like
called Akindale Ward. You guys should have subscribed.
I am.
You
accepting
probably
it.
did. You probably
Yeah,
did.
I am.
Oh my God.
I'm edgy ass.
He's a really good YouTuber.
Anyway, okay. Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we got. So, Fallout 76, yay or nay?
Nay.
Nay, my dudes.
Nay.
All right, that's it. That's it.
Not
We're done.
even.
It's
no, wait,
over.
don't stop.
Not
Don't stop.
even.
Still gotta do the. No, we'll stop recording once we get out of here.
It's a move to the Mario.
No, stop. We're done. Jesus, stop making noise.
Bethesda had a
Okay, whatever.
I want to do is
Stay good, nerds.